not letting it up. Oh, that is sensational. Has he done enough, Foxes? Oh, that is a big spin.
Into turn 1 as I get my vocal cords. Oh, I cannot see the light. I think that's
5
3, I think
lights.
that's 4. That's 5, and we are waiting. We are still waiting for an eternity, and it's very much lights out, and away we go in the first round of the PFL Season 5. It's on the wheel to wheel into one, or sorry, Jacob, I should say, into one, wheel to wheel now up the hill. We've got 2 Aston Martins putting an immense amount of pressure on that Sauber up the hill.
Oh, there's a yellow.
Outside, getting that squeeze. Oh, and there is a yellow into one, but the yellow can suffice for now because now we've got Tempo being put under pressure by 2 Aston Martins. Now he's got a teammate as well, Stiari Rope, now into his gamebox, into the airplane for the first time of many, 39 times. We'll see the airplane, but Tempo has been mugged off there by 2 Aston Martins into 1. Lost out on that pole position advantage straight away. He's maintained that for 140 metres. And then it's gone within turn 1 and turn 4. That's an incredible start from both Aston Martin boys. And I reckon that might have been a little bit planned in a party also maybe. But Aston Martin boys, look, I'll get the good run off 1. You follow me through.
Oh, Bully Nation!
Into
is that the chicane?
Chicane it is indeed. Virtual safety car.
VSC. Possible race strategy on screen. Let's see if the vehicle is there. It is. Oh my goodness me. God, that ghosted just in time. He goes straight on at the chicane. It is a virtual Sunny, his virtual safety car. He'll be able to box, get on some hard tyres and push in the race and look to just keep it as clean as he can. Take advantage of some events that are going to be happening further up the field. Meanwhile, though, it should be said, we've got an Aston Martin 1-2 at the moment. Exotic finds a way past Tempo in the opening exchanges of this race. It's an Aston Martin duo followed by a Kick Sauber duo followed by a Red Bull duo. Storm Twister gets a time penalty pushing back.
Tempo was very much almost pushing Exotic after that chicane through the swimming pool. Now these two go. Tempo got a little bit wishy-washy though in the dirt, yeah, after the chicane into the first part of sector 3, hit the wall a little bit but didn't lose any end plates. But almost pushing now, Exotic through the final 2 corners. Goodness, I'm pretty sure this. How has that gone so wrong? Like one sector.
It is almost a light, unbelievably.
In reality, that aren't to our normal mortal selves. Absolutely
look
crazy.
At the gap that's forming already. Obviously, he's on the harder tyre.
Extremely close here.
This gaggle of drivers, Jacob with the fastest lap. Yeah, he's got 1.8 seconds there in the bottom right.
Mate, there's 3 cars with his hairpin almost pushing each other.
This is what it is. They are effectively pushing each other along at the moment. We go on board with Callum Ultra just to get that kind of full look ahead. Red Dog speeding in the pit lane with a 10-second time penalty. Ultra is just... Now this is the thing, if you're Ultra here, look, you're kind of sitting here at the back of what is a sort of a pretty strong collection of drivers. Let's not forget that he is the biggest point scorer in the history of the BFL, so he's no stranger to not just scoring points, lots of podiums, race wins, etc., but obviously still yet to win a BFL championship. I think he's finished, what, P2 3 times?
Indeed.
I think it's, yeah, it's a bit of a... I think at least twice, maybe not a third time.
It's something that very much doesn't mirror how good that man is on circuit, because he is one of the drivers that very much deserves a race win, just given of his reputation throughout the BFL as a whole. I don't think any driver in any seasons has a bad word to say about that man on circuit. He's one of the best to race against. Races fairly, races cleanly, races hard. So just giving off that things alone, and then how good he is and how good he was on the older games, he's very much deserved a race win in my eyes. Oh, that's a few now penalties. Time penalty is going to come into play. One thing we've not mentioned, to be honest with you.
Oh, I think Kingy has just had a moment going through the tunnel. Just saw the rear of the car, and there's a load of damage to the front right of his wing. Oh, he needs to go steady here. Get it back to the pit lane. Nice.
Might see an overtake here by Senna into one. Currently almost pushing Red Dog through the swimming pool. Simpson wants to go down the outside now with the DRS. I think Red Dog has given him a generous amount of space there to just scoot on by. Not let me hold you up, good sir. Don't mind that, a little bit of chivalry on circuit. It's nice. Why not, eh? Why not?
Well, he's done as we expected. Get in the pits.
Oh, snacks!
It looks
almost
like
losing the rear out the hairpin. Got the power a little bit too early. Lost the rear. Got a little bit loosey-goosey. Now, as you just mentioned, Ultra now kind of just sat in this little bit of a limbo of, I'm with the front gaggle of cars, but has probably got the pace to maybe scoot on by. But around here, it's almost impossible to find that opening. More so on your teammate. The last thing you want to do is be a Esteban Ocon around Monaco and murder your teammate in the a bit of wing damage from CRE Rock though.
It is
through the chicane. Oh, and hits the wall as well. Almost brings the car around and
into the pits, isn't he? He is.
Wing change and a tyre change from Mr. CRE Rock.
He gets a huge
after following through.
Oh, Red Dog gets a massive time penalty as well for corner cutting. Let's see how the pit goes. Yeah, hard tyres. As expected, kills about 3 members of his pit crew as he exits the pit lane as well. We might get a penalty here.
For the murder?
No, well, maybe. Maybe. Down in 8th. And I don't think did it repair his front wing? It didn't. It didn't automatically repair his front wing. So he's still got issues there on that front right. So maybe if he's got a couple sets of mediums, he could do a medium finish. It's tough. It is tough to manage that. Let's have a little shout out for AJ, by the way. Just plodding along very nicely in P9. Obviously, 6.
Just getting the job done.
That's it. Being
around here, that's all you need to do sometimes. Is just get the job done. Keep the car clean, keep it on circuit. The lap time will just naturally progress. The more you get into that little bit of rhythm, that little bit of flow state, just get the car home and just let things unfold around you. Lads will make mistakes if so clinical and nice and precise. Lads around you will fuck up and muck up. Let them do the work for you, kind of thing. Absolutely.
It's a beautiful place to be when you are in that flow state. Everything is just working exactly how you want it to. Kind of, you just
1000%.
feel on top of the world.
It's one of the most satisfying laps you'll ever kind of hook up and set up for yourself if you just hook it up and it's just really, really nice. It don't matter how fast it is compared to everybody else. If you hook up a lap knowing that
it's one of those that feels good, doesn't it?
It's like, yes, nice, yeah, 1000%. It's so good. Particularly good tempo at the moment. He's looking very good and very racy.
He's looking really racy. There's a few back.
He's almost. He's intersected 3, looking to make the move. That's ballsy and that's brave. And quite frankly, I'm pinpointing to be honest with you. Why not? Let's try and change that script that you can't overtake at Monaco. If it's there and you've got to run, flip that coin. What's the worst that's going to happen? Keep it clean. Oh, never mind. That's the worst that's going to happen. You'll hit a fucking wall. Never mind me. What do I know? Lost the boat all the time now. Got the DRS, but lost the advantage of the toe into one, making a little bit of a love tap with the wall. Is that damage to his front wing?
I think so.
I think he's lost an end plate, I think. Now that has given Snacks now a very big impetus to get up.
Exotic's got damage.
Back.
Exotic's got damage as well. Look.
He has
the front left. He's got a bit of his wing missing. Same as Tempo. So what's going to happen here? Snacks is obviously just sitting in behind, as is Ultra. Are they going to box? Are they going to try and eke this out? Or I'm not quite sure here.
think the best thing you can do right now is, well, I mean, me personally, if I'm feeling the wing damage being a genuine hindrance, I'm getting that damaged front wing off, getting on some new tyres and kind of just seeing where it suits me, to be honest. But these guys are a little bit different. These setups can probably feel a little bit better with a little bit of end plate damage compared to what we usually run and things like that. But at the moment, Exotic looks like he is struggling throughout a certain part of this circuit. Tempo keeps finding 2 tenths, 2.5 tenths. Certain corners here and there where Exotic is getting on the brakes and that car is not stopping. He's turning it in and that car is not turning. 4 tenths again. 3-second penalty though for
Kingy
Tempo.
retires.
So at some point,
King retires.
VSC.
VSC is
how many guys was praying for a full safety car there? I wonder.
Position
the
change,
grid at the moment.
by the way. AJ, the outstanding winner, up 6 positions.
Go on, big
his
man.
Qualifying. That is absolutely standout there. Nobody else is even close in terms of positions gained. VSC then, Kingy retires. So we've got 3 retirements so far. Kingy, Storm Twister and Bully Nation. The gap now between P1 and P2, the 2 Aston Martins.
Oh, Mason, VSC.
It's 12 seconds. Oh, just getting on that power a bit too early on the edge of the safety car. But oh my goodness, look at this collection of cars that are just going through the swimming pool section, heading down into Raskas. Agent gets another penalty. It is so close. I mean, Tempo is throwing this thing around. I think, put yourself in Snacks and Callum Ultra shoes here. You've not got any damage. You know you've got 2 drivers in front that do have damage, but it is Monaco. It is tricky to overtake. I mean, do you push it? Agent retires as well. Goodness me, and peace out. I think
that is a pit lane retirement. He's a little bit unwell, his lad. So I very much told him to, if he's feeling icky and just get to the point where he can't drive anymore, get into the box, retire on circuit. You don't need to.
Earlier on today, so
he did indeed.
That is understandable. Retirement number 4 in the opening lap. Goodness me, 11 laps gone by already.
Flown by in a jiffy. That's what it has done.
It's absolutely roaring, la.
Point further on there in regards to Snacks and Ultra, to what you do here. They're both on 10 lap old set of medium tyres, Tempo on a set of hards, 10 lap also. I'm thinking, if Snacks and Ultra, I'm thinking if I'm in Ultra's position, I maybe box maybe a lap or 2 a little bit prior to and get myself out of this train.
Yeah, try and do something a bit different.
Yeah, and then maybe see how it pans me back. Because at the moment, he's got 10 seconds to James Mason. Boxes on this lap or the next lap. Comes out behind James Mason naturally, so because he's not in a pit stop window. But James will, never mind, James is boxed.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. Well,
okay,
that throws that little theory out of this situation. But it's a case of, if boxes now can come out a little bit further behind.
Yeah, I know he's not, but he's serving his drive-through.
He's
serving his drive-through. It's not a pit stop.
Oh,
he obviously had the drive-through, didn't he, for VSC speeding?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
so he's come in to
serve so that's
that.
Might be played.
How close
more
is that
so
for
now,
AJ? Well, it does put AJ a bit closer now, probably a few hundred meters away as AJ goes through the bottom. Mason is at the top of the hill on the way out. Tempo is still he's trying his damnedest to get past him.
Man, he's not going to die wondering. That is for certain.
No.
In this horrendous looking.
Oh!
He's been trying too hard. It seems sometimes easy, Tiger. There's a way for me to get by, but right there and right now, it's not the way.
15 points in a P3 is better than 0
Oh,
points.
Travel goes to. Well, that hoping was about to remain solid after the pit exit there. That would have been absolute climatic. But again, Exotic Players looks like he's having a hard time with that front ample damage.
So much
A lot more
isn't
than
there?
tempo.
So much.
He's having a hard time keeping that Aston Martin get through those corners a little bit quicker, which is making tempo, unfortunately, just get a little bit closer and keep thinking there's an opportunity to arise when it's Monaco and you have to be patient. And then when you think you're being as patient as you can be more patient. That's how this circuit gets you, and that's how it tests you. When you think you're at that limit of patience, give it another lap. You have to wait for that clear-cut moment around here to get that car by. Otherwise, you find yourself in a wall with more damage, and more than likely with the second guy in a wall with more damage. It's such a tricky mental mind game over a driving game on this circuit, which is why we all love it. It's why we all come back to it sometimes. It's that mental toughness of this circuit that it provides you, which gives you the ultimate satisfaction after that race. If you can get through the entire Grand Prix, you're like, oh, God, I just thought war won. I mean, it's such a great feeling getting through this circuit. It really is.
I'll tell you what, I've just been on board a little bit with Jacob, and we've been on the onboard camera for about half a lap. Everything just looks super smooth right now. All of his inputs, the throttle application, just everything. The car looks so fantastically planted at the moment. It just looks like he's in perfect control. And
on
looking
rails.
at that steering wheel, he's got plenty of errors. He's not doing anything too crazy. He is, he's using every single bit of that circuit, that is for sure. But he's in that groove state by the looks of it. Just beautifully rotating the car around and is increasing the gap on his teammate behind him. Obviously both him and Tempo with damage. Snacks has dropped off a little bit. He's got damage as well. Somewhere along the way he's had a little knock on the front wing. His front left is slightly damaged. He comes into the pit lane. I think this is a good time for him to do this. It's not fixed his wing. It's not fixed his wing. So this is one of the things with this game. Well, I don't just say this game, with all F1 games. Probably the first thing that I go about changing is making sure wing damage is set
tempo
to
right now.
yes.
He's on. He doesn't put his gearbox down the inside. Leave that stamp contact. Into them on after sector 1. The man lets him back through. Doesn't keep pushing the envelope too hard there. First, the run was on. I'll keep that an absolute book. Mr. Plane's got a little bit wishy-washy on the exit, gave him for that run, defending to the outside of the circuit, left that door open down the inside. He's gone to send it, got it a little bit wrong, backed off the throttle, let him get back into this position in front of him, back to the chase and the matter at hand. But right now, Tempo is like a shark, smelling nothing but blood. And right now, it wouldn't surprise me if Beatty, Jacob and Exotic Planes are two experienced league racers. If Exotic has noticed, right now, my race for P1 probably over, but what I can do is keep this man at bay while he's looking quick. Never mind again, boom, into the pit lane. But I think that's what he's done there for 5-6 laps. I think right there he just said, look, I can't chase you down because my car's damaged, but what I can do is keep the guy behind me that is looking rapid just at bay for as long as I can do. Yeah, and that very much looked like what it was doing there. But that was a great little scrap, just for lap after lap after lap.
Look at this in the pit lane though. Ultra has come in and boxed. Obviously got out ahead of Exotic, where Exotic had the wing change. He's just physically jumped him in the pit lane. So he now comes out ahead, and they're both on exactly the same compound. That is a juicy little move from Roy. It just goes to show, keeping everything intact, it's going to have its advantages a bit further down. This is Tempo now trying to kind of hunt down his front wing. Oh, goodness gracious me. Absolutely smashed the living daylights of his front wing there, going through to back.
What's that about his front wing?
Yeah, I was going to say, it was looking good. That I'm going to call that a commentator's curse.
I did. So boxers. Tempo's going to now take the race lead, I believe. With that damage from Wang. Has he got out in front? Yes, he has. Through turn 1 and up the hill he goes.
It's not a huge
but now he's
gap
got
though, is it?
He'll be boxing very soon, I would imagine. That front wing and the lack of tyre degradation. is going to catch up very swiftly with Jacob looking smooth as silk on that set of mediums. Now looking just to hunt down tempo now and retain the race lead, the lead at this point, I should say. But Snaxo finds himself P3. Snaxo's fucking smashed it into the wall!
Oh no.
Never mind!
It's a VSC. Oh, Snax.
I was just about to say Snax has got himself into a glorious position here. P3 has stopped. Changed tyre compound, now in a set of hard tyres. And he could go the distance. Double Red Bull pit stop glorious. But he's just slammed it into the wall.
Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me, the auto fix.
Turn it off, boys. We've said for months.
There we're going to go. We're going to learn.
Mention it all the time.
This is a huge advantage for tempo, though.
It is indeed. From getting and get that wing fixed without losing
as
much time.
Of Ultra, though.
22 seconds through sector 3. Yeah,
about
he should get in front
about
of
19 seconds, wasn't it, for the pit stop? We should be
19.4.
okay. But it's a wing change as well. He's coming around the final corner. Oh, it's going to be close. I think he's coming out an exit. No, it's not. No, not close enough. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. But Ultra is
that's closer than what I thought.
And so too is Exotic. So there's going to be a little cluster for the final podium positions here. That's going to get a bit tasty. Tempo does have time penalties as well. AJ, though, up into P6. Unbelievable. Keeping it clean. What a drive from
minus
him.
The little 3-second tempo there next to his name, but as far as the car goes and keeping the momentum going forward, very healthy indeed and a good drive. Nonetheless, thus far, man was nervous. What for? Man's metronomic.
Look,
lap after lap after lap.
Mason P7, some good points. Senna as well, despite what was, I mean, let's call it a yard sale on lap 1. A crazy, crazy.
Game says VSC. It's a full safety car, by the way.
Is it?
It is, yes, full safety car.
It says virtual on our
It says VSC, don't it? Yeah, I just in chat there thinking, yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay, full safety car it is.
I looked up at Jacob and there was a Mercedes-Benz in front of him.
Okay. Alright, happy, okay. It's a full safety car it is, yeah. Just seen the yellow dot. This now makes it very, very intriguing to now have the entire field completely bunched up is raw.
Because right now, every position is anyone's game because the restarts here they can be smooth as silk and it goes fine, or someone gets a little bit of a slower start than the guy behind you, and vice versa. This guy in front of them, and it just dominoes into 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up that hill into the hairpin. So right now, the race lead can be very much at risk here because again, just that turn 1 is a short blast. The restarts here are dangerous. The hairpin is challenging when there is slower cars in front of you and you are eager to get by, but knowing that it's not the right time to get by. So this could be a completely race-changing predicament for P1, 2, and 3 if all goes astray between the race leaders. Because Tempo's not going to die wondering. We all know that. Man's gonna die on that shield, and I love him for it. And it's very much reined in a lot of the little bit of the bad in his driving style, and picks his moves a little bit better. So never know. He's
got to pick his moment. And this is something we've spoken about a little bit before with Tempo. I can say this kind of confidently as someone, I was his teammate in the last season of DSL, and yeah, just picking a moment, the right strat at the right time, sort of. It wasn't a case of he needed to do anything crazy, just sort of like good strategic decision making, nothing crazy. He's going to be an advantage right now because he's going to be on the softer compound, and this full course safety car is only helping his cause because those mediums can be fresher and in a much better position in the final stages of the race. So the hard tyres are tricky to get hold of. I mean, look, you want to try and get something done early so that he has enough time to kind of look to pull away a little bit. But I mean, yeah, we're at the halfway point of the race, and I'd say he's in the best position. But 3 seconds worth of time penalties, it's not a small amount. You know, it is.
It's going to hurt around here as well. That's the major thing. Is that it's going that 3 seconds in Monaco can be the case of dropping from P2 to P5 and P6. No, which is a significant loss.
Haven't decided to kind of, given the fact that finishing gives you points. I'm surprised that a few haven't decided to box and maybe throw on another set of mediums.
It's true.
Just the last, because you know it's kind of not a huge amount to lose. You know, yeah, kind of track position is key. But yeah, okay, race control, safety car is in this lap.
Okay. Here we go then.
BRT Jacob becomes the de facto safety car. That's a good word for a Wednesday. That de facto. Do you like that?
Yeah, bellissimo.
Ooh, everyone's slamming on the brakes a little bit there. It's
great word.
It's quite.
It's what? It's so when does it go? I think he absolutely goes now. Is what Mr. BRT Jacob does. Coursed into the wind. Down into turn 1 after the safety car restart. Tempo very much on the back and pulsing the Aston Martin up the hill on that faster set of medium tyres. Needs to be patient. Don't do anything too brazy. Just tuck in behind for now.
Oh, he might have a chance here. He might have a chance here. Is he going to send it? Oh, he's sending it. Oh my God!
Oh dear!
Oh my God! He's
side by side.
I think he's done it.
Safety car again. Safety car, but Tempo took the lead there. I think under yellow flags, has he not?
It's Redding. I'm not too sure. Redding is it? No, it's just yellows. No safety car. It's just a yellow.
My game popped up top left saying safety car.
No,
my game did. Never mind. Tempo's got that move done then. Clean as a whistle. Apparently, doesn't matter. My game is bugging out like there's no tomorrow. Never mind.
Mason gets 3 seconds worth as well. I tell you what. Jacob's got the bit between his teeth now. He's on a slower compound, but he knows he just needs to keep within that time penalty gap. It's about 1 second at the moment. If he can stay in DRS, he's sitting pretty. DRS enabled as well. Ultra in P3. Exotic surely going to start putting him under a bit of pressure. In P4. Rob P5.
He's already.
Yeah, this is it. He got AJ in P6. Mason is right on his backside.
And Mr. Players want to send it down the inside. Just somehow find the space to give him now into the hairpin. With the Aston Martin and the Red Bull on the outside. He goes once again inside line. Never mind, smacks into the wall. That door's always shutting. Around the hairpin, Ultra has given him space and then somehow found space to give that Aston Martin between 2 apexes. Great racing from both guys. That door there, unfortunately, just with the nature of that corner, that space always runs out. He can try to go around the outside, of that hairpin. So Ultra there, touching as much as he could do without getting a track limit infringement. So good racing from both parties involved, but goodness me, brazen move. Move was on, don't get me wrong, had to run. But a brazen move nonetheless. And to me, that's not the move to, unless you are clear cut side by side upon like the exit kind of thing. That move isn't to make, because then you're just stuck them for that hairpin section for the next 2 corners. When ultimately, if you're that close, you might get a run into the chicane, or maybe so a run into one with a DRS. But down there, unless you're really next side by side, like you might be now. Because now it's round 2, is what it is with the Aston Martin and the Red Bull of Mr. Ultra. Yellow flag somewhere. Safety car!
Safety car. I think Redding has crashed on the way up the hill. That's what it looks like. Yeah, safety car is out. We're not going to see it. It's going to pick up Red Dog coming round and through. Now what do you do? Now what do you do in terms of strategy? This is Not ideal for tempo because it's just going to be even less laps. Oh, goodness me. Because it's at 3 seconds at the moment. That's what he was wanting to do, was to build that gap.
Pull away, build that
disappeared. Gap. He's now going to have to do it. As for even if I were, this is it. If I was Jacob, would I do something different? He's not.
I don't think you can afford to, can you? You can't afford to right now. I don't think nobody at the moment is going to box for the sake of Tempo has nothing to gain boxing for a set of softs. Yes, you'll gain a pace deficit over that full lap period.
Oh, AJ.
But unless you can get by, granted he's done it once, made a great move there. But if you bite yourself getting by twice, then by all means. But then if you don't get by, you look a little bit of a dickhead because you've given away top position and lost yourself that chance to push away again. Right now, they're both saving tyres under safety car conditions. They're both not taking as much rubber out their tyres. We'll get them going, at least now, probably until the race ends quite easily, I would imagine. So Tempo's now just got to reset, take a deep breath, go again. So that's all he's got to do. And then we'll see what happens. But again, Ultra sat P3 in that Red Bull. Great drive from that young man. Sat in P3 looking nice and handsome, keeping the rapid guy behind him. With a fresh front wing and some new rubber. All he's got to do now is be a stone wall. P3 for the Red Bull. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a good day out for Mr. Ultra. He's done nothing wrong the entire race. Kept it clean, kept it just bosh.
Very happy with that.
Like he always has done. Like he always does as well.
That's it.
Every race he partakes in, which makes him so good, which makes him so respected, it's just a quick consistency every time he races with everybody on circuit. P3 right now is very much deserved and justified because he's been so good and clean again, like he is every circuit we race at. Phenomenal drive.
It's solid. It's absolutely. I mean, AJ unfortunately gets a 10-second time penalty, speeding in the pit lane as he boxes. Let's have a look. Actually, let's take away penalties. Let's have a look. You can see he's up 7 places. Red Dog now up 4. Ultra up 3. CRE Rob with 3 stops to his name. Goodness me, but this is the tyre info. This is the important thing. So we've got Tempo 7-lap-old mediums. Full-on collection of cars behind on hard tyres. Mason pits. Goes on to some brand new mediums, I think, as does AJ, as does Senna. I think that's great moves from those 3 to do that. That could get very, very interesting with the guys ahead on hard tyres. If they can use that additional grip and kind of cling on into the DRS, start little movement somewhere, little opportunity opens up, could get a bit spicy. I think I don't think it will be this lap. I think we'll probably have 1 more lap under safety car, so we'll be restarting. Yes, there is 1 car to catch up through sector 1. So that's it. Yeah, Senna's pretty much there. It's Red Dog, I think.
Indeed.
The end of the pack. He's got a fair way to go.
Indeed, for the hairpin, he's gonna come up on some needless pressure for absolutely no reason on the Alpine into the hairpin. Oh, easy! Almost hit the wall. Oh, almost hit the wall again.
It's a tough one. It really is. It's the other kind of problem with safety cars as well, is that it interrupts the flow. It interrupts the rhythm that you get.
No, exactly.
Driving around a circuit like this, because that's what you want. You just want to kind of be able to do lap after lap, almost like a song in your head, just sort of over and over again, like a beat, a pure rhythm.
To use a spot that we both played for a long period of time, it's a bit like batting. The worst thing I heard was a drinks break being called on, because boom, out the bubble I go.
Yeah.
Rhythm.
Yeah. There's always one for drinks, isn't there?
Yeah. Red Dog into the wall again. He's having a hard time keeping his front tyres not locking up. That is a way to get some temperature into the fronts, but easy, boy. It's going to be not sending that car home, but in a few boxes worth at this rate.
He's filling some underwear.
He absolutely is getting this car quickly around the circuit as much as he can do. Coming up to the top of the hill now, lovely. Get careful for the next part of the corner. That is yummy stuff. from the Alpine. Do you know, it's crazy how this is still the fastest that Alpine has looked all season. Ain't that something? But it's looking good.
I'm not going to allow that. I think that is. I think that is slightly disgraceful. The team's working very, very hard. I think there we go. Safety car is in this lap. Everyone's doing a sterling job. It doesn't help that we've got two Frenchmen as drivers that I don't know seemingly don't like each other anymore, or I don't know what it is. But what's it? Ocon's going, isn't he? Isn't he going to Haas at the end of the year?
He is indeed. There you go. You're fixing half a problem.
True. Have they announced who's replacing him?
No, not yet.
They have they? God knows who that's going to be. Well, it's not Sainz.
No. Yeah, no, it's absolutely not. And Tempo has left that safety car restart as late as he could do. Jacob kind of read him a little bit. I think he was expecting at that point to be as late as Tempo did. Now round 2, that job has been restarted. Back on the shift, Tempo goes. Try to build that 3-second deficit to the penalty he is carrying. And if that ends up batting him in the ass, he's going to rue that. Just having to push that limit a little bit. And I hope to God it wasn't a lazy that limit infringement. Ultra blades around 2 into the hairpin. Trying to squeeze 2 cars around there, but he does. Around the outside goes the Aston Martin and blades on the Red Bull of Callum Ultra. That's a phenomenal move. A little bit of grind, a little bit of bump and grind to Mr. R. Kelly. But we'll not put that man on stream. But
we don't mind that.
On the outside. We don't mind that, and we definitely don't mind that at all. A good move around the outside. It's a great move from the Aston Martin. Now, CRE Rob being brought up into play in P5, but obviously we go for a momentary moment of Mr. PRT Jacob and Tempo 4K in this little bit of limbo now where Tempo needs to bugger off, but those tyres aren't as fresh as what they was before. Yes, he's saved some life, he's saved a little bit of tyre deck with that safety car and the VSC, but is it going to be enough when these hard tyres are going to come into play in the dying stages of this race? About lap 34-35, these hard tyres are going to feel great, and those mediums are going to be on the downward spiral. So how do you work that with that? But then it's still the same issue of, can Jacob get by unless Tempo is still here, locked in place, so 8 temps in front of him? We'll have to wait and see. But Ultra and CRE Robots, never mind that, into the hairpin round 2 for 2 more cars into the hairpin. Oh no, pile up traffic into the hairpin. Ultra getting plowed into the wall there. CRE Rob getting around the outside, nicking the back right tyre of Ultra, bringing the car around, hitting the nose, losing some end plates as well. Brings up Massa Mason into P5. Ultra maintaining P4, missing some front wang from that Red Bull. It may give you wings, but that's gonna fucking lose some around Monaco is what you're gonna do, and it's lose some front wing in the latter stages of this Grand Prix. Goodness gracious me.
Wowza. Rob letting some of the drivers by, knowing that he's got that damage, doesn't want to hold them up. So look, AJ gets up to P6, Mason up to P5. He has front wing damage as well. This is it. I mean, it looks like Ultra is pitting as well. Surely he's going on medium tyres. I'm surprised at that. I thought he might have gone for a set of softs. That might have been able to last it.
Unless he used them in Q3. He did encounter a lot of traffic. Probably burned away a couple of sets, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
In Q2 and Q3, probably more sets than what he wanted to on that front. Tempo on Beati Jacob though, hey mate. Jacob is not moving. He's not at this point. He's just gonna sit there.
I think sit there. This is the strat, isn't it?
Just let him know.
For
10 more laps, let him know. Just your tyres, every lap I'm here, are going to keep falling off and falling off and falling off. And at some point, you'll probably hit a wall and lose some wing. And I'm still going to be there.
Got it. You got it. But it's the thing. Tempo knows that he has to push. So he's likely to make more mistakes. He's likely to kind of spend and use up what he's got in terms of his time. Oh my God, Jacob!
Oh, Mamma mia!
Jesus, we've got a yellow at the hairpin.
Yellow's in the hairpin. A little bit of front wang being kissed off again.
Goodness gracious. Is that AJ? AJ, I think, has got past Mason.
Has indeed. Mason P4 set soft tyres.
Soft new wing. AJ P4, but he's got a lot. AJ's left the session. Oh my goodness, what's going on there?
A lot of them left the session.
Red Dog has left the session
as well.
Left the session as well. I think I'm not sure what has happened there. AJ gets your vote for driver of the day. No doubt we'll be able to get him back in.
Send him a game invite.
We should be able to get back in and get that sorted. Exotic, meanwhile, 3.8 seconds. Oh, wow, goodness me, it's gone up to 4 seconds behind.
Jacob is pushing this car, though. Goodness gracious me. I get Tempo's got to push, but Tempo's pushed to the point where Jacob, I mean, at the moment, it's looking like Tempo is keeping a pace quick enough to make Jacob have to keep pushing it, is what I'm saying. Tempo is pushing to get that gap, and Jacob's having to really get on the gas and push with him to keep that car at least 5 tenths here. It's what it's looking like. Otherwise, why would you take the risk? Speaking of race, though, Mr. Players have just lost out a good tenth and a half to the 2 front runners. Has to maintain that 3-second gap to Tempo at least. Currently sat on 4.7 if he wants P2 from Tempo, and wants that Aston Martin P1 and P2 for the team and the constructors as well.
Invite AJ
wants to
again.
Get
if you can.
Yeah, I got him again.
In L chat, we'll sort it out, AJ. We'll get you back.
You're on a Do Not Disturb as well, sir, so you might not have seen the first one.
You're on DND. That could be why. Yeah, 4.4 seconds. God, he's just right there, isn't he? He's just not going on. But this is the thing, Jacob has a ton of errs. Let's have a look. Okay, Tempo's
where can you use it though?
As well.
That's the thing, though, isn't it?
Interesting.
Like,
okay. Tempo now. Tempo.
That's
is added to it, and that now brings Exotic into the situation. So Tempo, if things finish as they are now, Tempo loses 2 places and still on the podium. But that is not the result that he would have wanted. Hopefully AJ, I think, has rejoined, and I think is back in control.
His car is back in full solid condition. Is what it is, rather than Casper, the friendly Visa Cash App Red Bull Racing Red Bull 2.0 majiggy thingy.
Well, this is it.
So,
the gaps are kind of forming. They're kind of there. Like Senna, I gotta say, look, it might not have been the most standout drive, but I need to bring some attention to Senna, who spun around lap 1, had a torrid time of it. Had to get a completely new front wing. He's got a little bit of front wing damage at the moment, but persevering, stuck on hard tyres, and is kept it relatively clean. He will score points. Jacob is getting.
Honestly, it's looking like he sat there behind his rig or his controller, whichever input he's behind, thinking, do you know what? I know your 6-second penalty is deep, and I don't need to get by, but I'll be damned. Every one of us is sat there, but but I want to get it done on circuit though. I want to get it done on circuit. He just keeps here and there, just gets a little bit closer, and just like, hey boy, I'm gonna get by if I want to, kind of thing. It's almost pushing him through 2 corners on the last lap. But don't want to ruin it for himself though. Don't want to go for a move and then bang into the wall you go, and then also you're 6 seconds back because then you've ruined it for yourself. Just need to sit there and just drive. Don't need to try to do anything crazy or flashy. Just get the car home, maintain this race pace, and jobs are good, and that's a race win for yourself.
You should be. Oh my goodness me. Oh my
Jesus
goodness
Christ,
me. He's pushing it. Matty C tuning in from America, missing tonight's Monaco Grand Prix on holiday. Hope you're having a fantastic time out there, my friend. We're missing you tonight. It would have been so interesting to see where you are. It was some high drama in the dying stages of tonight's Q3 session, and look, the race has been no different. We've got a lot of retirements there, but a battle is raging still for the win. We've got 6 laps to go. Tempo does have a 6-second time penalty. It's 2 lots of 3 seconds for corner cutting. Jacob is, a nun's far away from his rear wing, to the point that he's nudged him. He's got to be careful here, but this is it. He's going to get the win if he just needs to sit where he is. I know he's keen to do it on circuit. On circuit, meanwhile, though, is Callum Ultra. Gets the move done on AJ down into turn 1. AJ 16 seconds of penalties. CRE Rob has gained on him as well. Oh, Exotic! Oh, I mean, with the gap to Ultra, I don't think it will make too well. It will make a difference in terms of where tempo and okay.
And it will very much. I mean, now he's got one more little warning before he gets another one. Then that's 6 seconds for himself, and that's a chance to steal some points away from tempo out the bag here.
Brilliant.
Because now it's a case of, you know.
AJ
absolutely
recognising with the time penalties that look, it's inevitable Rob's going to get past. So moving to one side, letting him pass, letting him go.
No,
so,
I would.
Careful.
I would probably put my life on assuming that he did the same thing for Mr. Ultra as well into one. He knows that it was in the DRS and just no point in me trying to make your life harder. So by all means, absolutely, always a gentleman on circuit. He's the man.
Do you know what? I think he'd be very, very happy with that result. I think he's set to pick up P7.
Man started P15.
Unfortunately, this is it. It is a monster fight back up the grid. I don't think he's going to be too troubled.
Man has done what Monaco needs from you sometimes, which is just to survive. Yes. The other drivers will do it for you so many times on this circuit. You will gain so much more by just patience and perseverance rather than trying to force the matter, because it's challenging. It's a mental testament to your driving abilities. People are going to lose front wings, be forced to box, hit the wall, be forced to box, DNF. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's going to happen.
He's going for it. Oh my god, I thought he was going for it. Sorry, so sorry. I'm on board with Jacob, but I can't really. Oh, hang on. His tempo's had a little wobble. Oh, he's not. Surely he's not going to. It's not.
Can't back up with the front row.
It's not worth the front wing, is it? It's just. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but is it worth your pride though? Is it worth your ego, Sam? No. Is it worth that feeling? Oh, I don't know.
It's 4 in the scorebook. Put it that way. That is the best way that I will sum it up. It is 4
but I run out the tunnel into the chicane. He's almost pushing him. But he's just torment for tempo is what it is. And the irony is that the rear wing sits unleashed on the back of the Sauber. And right now, all that's been unleashed is Tempo's bowels. Because BRT Jacob is howling him like a dog. Goodness gracious me, he won't live in the pocket alone. It's for the family. Goodness. Jesus Christ. He's just hounding him. Oh, those mirrors
it's almost not fair.
Full of nothing but greenery. Nothing but racing green Aston Martin in both mirrors. Because Jacob at this point is picking sides. Am I going left? Am I going right? Cha-cha-cha into the apexes. Jesus. Going to the airpit again. Just hounding that rear diffuser. Just constantly, I told you earlier, just letting him know. Lap after lap after lap. If I wanted it, I'm taking it. But I'm just letting you know. I'm just make you sweat.
I'm putting money. Last lap. On the last lap, he's gonna do something. He'll go for it somewhere. Okay. But I would just advise against it. I really do. It's just. You don't need to. You really do not need to.
Is indeed good mention there from Sporting Chat. Mr. Plains has closed down that gap. 2.8 to the 3 second penalty that he's got with a 6 second for tempo. Needs to get that 3 second gap to nullify that 3 seconds that he had for himself. Now in a 2.8 second rages to the lap to the race lead at lap 38. Needs to get his scoot on still is what he needs to do, and needs to get that Aston Martin pushing along. But Jacob here again, just bullying his Sauber in front of him. It's what he's doing. It's just year 11s taking the ball from the year 7s. I'm having PTSD flashbacks. I don't want to watch anymore. Someone tell a dinner lady he took me football. He's bullying the young man through the hairpin, just constantly letting him know. I'm here for the front row seat, boys. Jesus. Again for the chicane, still on that rear diffuser, still on that gearbox, sniffing his dinner. He's not going to let up lap 38 and 39. It's been a constant scrap here for P1, 2 and 3 between 3 cars. And it's not letting up. Oh! Slam that door! There's no room at this end, Jacob. Goodness me, thou shalt not pass. Into the final 2 corners.
Final lap.
It's going to make him work for it. But now around the outside, he's one. Are we going to throw it? Are we going to throw it for the content? Oh, he's trying. Oh, he's squeezed. Oh, goodness me.
Oh, my goodness.
Jacob at tempo.
Look how much that's allowed Exotic in. Look how much that has allowed him to now get up. So this is the thing. Tempo is now set to lose 2 places. He'll still be on the podium. Oh my God!
Oh Jesus Christ!
Did you see that from Exotic? Went sideways.
Baby! Dun, 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 dun.
Good. Oh
Jesus
my God!
Christ,
Try and catch your breath, folks. Is he going to say? I think after that turn 1, I'd like to think
now
that
common
Jacob
sense
has
sets in.
realised, yeah, now common sense just sort of thinks,
no,
okay.
See, it sets in.
Oh
my God, no, Tempo's
oh,
got see that? Tempo's got all our sauce out there fucking helping. Oh my God, now the last 2 corners. Is he going to send it? No, he's not going to send it. Tempo's gone deep down.
No, he's not. He's not going to get it done.
Goodness me, I thought he was going to send balls to the wall. I'm here for the beat of the content. And just send it. There we go. P1 for Tempo on track, but penalties put down to P3. Still a valiant drive. Jesus H. Christ. Aston Martin boys taking P1 and P2. Goodness.
All come down to corner cutting penalties. As Tempo said, tyres were dead at the end. That boy was making you push. BRT Jacob then, your race winner here at the Monaco Grand Prix. Exotic takes P2. Tempo, a fantastic drive, the final step on the podium. Ultra P4. Is this Mr. CRE Rob coming across the line? I think Mason, AJ, Senna have all crossed the line. Lap cars. That is just a mega drive from the rookie. 6 seconds worth of time penalties. It doesn't matter. He finishes P5. Solid work from the Aston Martins and the Kick Saubers. Good Lord. That was phenomenal entertainment. Driver of the day goes to AJ. Absolutely. Do you know what? Could not agree more.